Are you wondering whether your avoidant ex regrets their decision to break up and wants to come back? There is one specific thing they might do that serves as the clearest sign they want to rekindle the relationship. But will you recognize it? Avoidant individuals often fear intimacy and tend to withdraw when they feel overwhelmed by closeness. They may leave because they feel emotionally overloaded or afraid of getting hurt. However, they can also return because they miss the comfort and security the relationship provided, or because they realize your true value. In this video, we will uncover the hidden secrets behind avoidant behavior, helping you not only understand their true intentions, but also learn how to respond wisely and proactively. Watch until the end, as I will reveal the most crucial information you cannot afford to miss. This is not just an ordinary video, it's a guide to decoding the subtle signals your ex is sending you. You will learn how to identify key signs, allowing you to decide whether this is the right opportunity to start a meaningful new chapter. If you don't want to miss out on valuable insights on building a healthy and fulfilling relationships, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest content. Let's get started. Sign 1. They take the initiative to reopen communication. When an avoidant ex wants to come back, they won't wait for you to reach out first. They will find ways to break down the communication barrier themselves. At first, they may test the waters cautiously by unblocking you on social media, liking an old post, or even sending a simple message like, "How have you been?" This is not just casual curiosity. It's a sign that they are trying to rebuild a connection. If you once felt like they had completely withdrawn, this initiative suggests that they are overcoming their internal fears and making an effort to reopen the conversation. Their effort isn't just about sending a message, it's also reflected in how they sustain the conversation. They won't just check in with small talk and then disappear again. Instead, they will make an effort to extend the interaction, asking more about your life, reminiscing about shared memories, or even seeking your advice as a way to reconnect. This shows that they are not merely testing the waters, but are genuinely considering the possibility of rekindling the relationship. Another key indicator of their seriousness is the tone and depth of their messages. If they previously avoided deep conversations, you may now notice that they are more open about their emotions. They might mention things they've learned since the breakup or show genuine interest in what you've been through during your time apart. These signs suggest they aren't just looking for casual conversation, but are gradually demonstrating a willingness to establish a more meaningful connection. However, when they reach out, it's essential to stay clear-headed. Observe whether their efforts are consistent. Someone who truly wants to reconnect won't just message once and disappear again. They will find ways to maintain communication, proving that they have matured and are sincerely willing to rebuild the relationship. Instead of keeping their distance or blocking you, they will actively seek to reconnect. If they once blocked you but later unblocked you and initiated contact, it indicates an effort to mend the communication gap and create an opportunity for conversation. And if they continue to maintain contact, taking more initiative in connecting, it could be a sign that they are ready to enter a new phase. But do they have the courage to go further, to truly face past issues and rebuild the relationship from the ground up? Let's explore this in the next signs. Sign 2. Increased communication. If they used to keep their distance, hesitate to share, or avoid conversations with you, things may now be changing. An avoidant person who wants to come back will no longer maintain silence or withdraw as they did before. Instead, they will start increasing communication, whether through simple messages, unexpected calls, or social media interactions. This isn't just a temporary habit, it's a sign of a shift in their mindset. They want to open the door to reconnect with you. Pay attention to how they communicate. If their messages go beyond polite check-ins and instead dive deeper into emotions, memories, or personal topics, this is a key sign. They may bring up happy moments you shared, ask about your current life, or simply keep the conversation going longer than usual. Avoidant individuals often struggle with maintaining closeness, so when they start initiating conversations, it's their way of breaking down their emotional walls. It's important not to rush into things or set high expectations too soon. Observe whether they are genuinely serious about reconnecting. Are they consistently making an effort to stay in touch, or do they show up only to disappear again? This is the time to be cautious and understand whether they truly want to come back or are simply seeking temporary comfort. If they continue to engage proactively and express their emotions more openly, they might be preparing for the next step. But do they have the courage to acknowledge their true feelings and face unresolved issues? This will depend on their next actions. In the following signs, you'll see more clearly whether they genuinely want to return. Sometimes, the smallest details reveal the biggest truths. Sign 3. They recall happy memories and reflect on the past positively. When an avoidant person starts reminiscing about happy memories and viewing the past in a more positive light, it's not just nostalgia. This can be a sign that they are slowly shifting their perspective on your relationship. If they previously denied or avoided shared memories but now bring them up with appreciation, it suggests that they are sincerely reconsidering their feelings, instead of distancing themselves as before. You might notice them calling joyful moments, trips you took together, or even small but meaningful habits between the two of you. This isn't just a trip down memory lane, it's their way of emotionally reconnecting with you. When an avoidant person genuinely wants to come back, they won't just dwell on the past, but also acknowledge their own shortcomings. If they express regret about past mistakes, show a desire to make things right, or emphasize what they have learned from the breakup, it's a strong indicator that they are seriously thinking about rebuilding the relationship. However, the key is to see whether this shift in perspective is lasting. Are they truly ready to build a more stable foundation, or are they simply caught up in fleeting nostalgia? What they say matters, but their actions matter even more. If they are moving toward a meaningful change, the next sign will confirm it even more clearly. Sign 4. They show jealousy or insecurity. Jealousy is one of the strongest indicators that someone hasn't truly let go of the relationship. For an avoidant person, expressing jealousy isn't just a common emotional reaction, it's a subtle way of revealing that they still care about you. They may not admit it directly, but their discomfort at the thought of you being with someone else is a clear sign that they are not over you. You might notice their jealousy through small, sometimes subtle behaviors. They could make teasing remarks about your new partner, ask indirect questions about your love life, or suddenly change their attitude when you mention dating someone new. Since avoidant individuals typically shy away from emotions and vulnerability, showing jealousy is a major sign that they are still emotionally invested in you. Pay attention to how they react when you talk about new relationships or when you seem more independent from them. If they appear annoyed, uncomfortable, or try to find out more about the person you're seeing, this is a clear signal that they haven't emotionally moved on. This isn't just ordinary jealousy. It's their way of trying to assert their presence in your life. However, the bigger question is, will their jealousy lead to real action, or is it just a temporary emotional reaction? If they only show jealousy without making any effort to reconnect or improve the relationship, it could just be a fleeting feeling. But if they start taking more initiative, showing genuine concern, and becoming more open to discussing their emotions, then it's a sign they are serious about coming back. Stay tuned for the next sign to understand them even more. Sign 5. They don't rush into a new relationship. An avoidant ex who genuinely wants to come back won't immediately jump into a new relationship to fill the void. Instead of rushing into something new to mask their loneliness, they take time to understand their own emotions, reflect on past mistakes, and find ways to reconnect with you rather than seeking a replacement. This demonstrates emotional maturity and is a strong sign that they are beginning to realize the true value of the relationship they lost. You may notice that they are no longer interested in fleeting dates or temporary relationships. They might even share with you that they are focusing on themselves, their career, or personal goals instead of rushing into another romance. This is a crucial step because when an avoidant person truly wants to return, they won't use someone else as a distraction. Instead, they will take time for self-reflection. Think about what they genuinely want and gradually find their way back to you in a more sincere and intentional way. This shows that deep down, no one else matters to them as much as you do, and they truly want to reconnect in a healthy way. So how many of these signs has your ex shown? Comment below the video and let's continue exploring more. Sign 6. Change in their social media activity. Social media today is more than just a platform for sharing information. It also reflects a person's emotional state. If you notice that your ex suddenly starts interacting more with your posts, liking pictures, leaving comments, or sharing content related to your past relationship, this could be a sign that they are still keeping an eye on your life. They may not say it outright, but these actions reveal a quiet sense of interest and concern for you. Another sign is when they start posting more frequently, especially content that conveys emotions, such as love quotes, reflections on loss, or nostalgic memories. This might be their way of indirectly expressing their feelings or processing their thoughts about the relationship. They may post songs you both used to listen to, pictures of places you once visited together, or vague status updates that seem to hint at their emotions without directly addressing you. This could be a subtle attempt to see if you still care. A particularly telling sign is if they start viewing all your stories immediately after you post them, or even being the first to watch. This behavior is rarely random. It's often their way of maintaining a connection without actually reaching out. Avoidant individuals may not want to initiate direct contact, but they still want to know what you're up to, how you're feeling, and whether you've completely moved on from them. The big question is, are these signs merely curiosity, or are they opening the door to reconnect? To get a clearer answer, let's look at the final sign. Sign 7. They start expressing emotional vulnerability. One of the most significant changes in an avoidant ex who is considering coming back is their willingness to express genuine emotions. If they used to be closed off, avoided emotional conversations, or kept their distance, they might now start opening up in unexpected ways. They could admit to their fears, feelings of loneliness, or even regret over how they handled the relationship. A classic example is when they reach out late at night, not just with casual questions, but with deep confessions about feeling empty or missing certain moments with you. They might mention how much they regret taking you for granted, or express nostalgia for the bond you once shared. Avoidant individuals tend to maintain emotional walls, so when they break them down to share with you, it indicates an internal struggle and a genuine desire to reconnect. Beyond just talking about their own pain, they may also show a stronger interest in understanding your experience. They may ask how you coped, how you felt when they left, and whether you still care about them. If they genuinely listen to your thoughts without making excuses for their past actions, it could be a sign that they are truly considering rekindling the relationship. However, the most important thing is to listen to your own feelings. If you still love them and believe they have genuinely changed, this could be an opportunity to rebuild your connection with more understanding and honesty. But if you sense that they are only seeking temporary comfort without making real efforts to improve the relationship, be mindful of your boundaries. A lasting relationship isn't built on words alone. It requires consistent actions. Watch closely to see if their efforts to reconnect are sincere and ongoing. And most importantly, respect your own emotions, because a relationship should only be rebuilt if both people truly want it. Breaking up and reconnecting with an avoidant ex is a challenging experience. However, a healthy relationship isn't just about initial attraction. It requires mutual understanding, open communication, and commitment from both sides. The key isn't to reunite simply out of loneliness, but to create a stronger foundation based on lessons learned. If you feel this relationship is still worth fighting for, take time to understand both yourself and your ex. Make sure both of you are ready to open up, learn from past mistakes, and move toward a better future together. Sometimes true love isn't about never making mistakes. It's about the ability to overcome them together. As writer Rainer Maria Rilke once said, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction." Let the past be a lesson and the future be an opportunity. If you still love them, don't be afraid to give each other a chance to start anew. But if they haven't truly changed, have the strength to move forward and find the love you truly deserve. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights on relationships and personal growth. Wishing you clarity in your heart and happiness in your relationships, whether with your ex or with a new beginning.